Dear participants, the session of Dr. Anurag Batra was on remember the point of cooling down, right? So now this session, the remaining time we have, we will be inviting all the participants to share their experiences, whether they want to come on camera. We would like to encourage people to come on the camera, and they would like to say a few words about what they have got, because the next session is on valediction. So that's a last session on valedictory session. So before that, we would like participants to come on camera, and they would like to say a few words about their experiences. It would be fantastic. Please raise hand one by one, and it will not just everybody should come, please. We request everybody to be on the camera. So Lalitji, okay. So I would be adding them in the panelist. So once you are on the panelist, kindly put the video on. Once you are on the panelist, you have a button to put the start video. You can put the video on, please. The next person, who is it? Yes, Mr. Dhyal, Dr. Dhyalan. Can you please introduce yourself and a few words or experiences?
Yes, good morning, Dr. Arora and Dr. Kavita Tapyal. And I am calling from Chennai. I am Associate Professor Dr. Dayalan in Department of Management Studies in Sri Sai Ram Engineering College. It was my first experience in this Aicte Fdp program with Amity University. I am really privileged to see that you people have done a wonderful job. You have really all these 5 days you have given. I have to be thankful to first Dr. Nitin Arora. I have understood what is patience. All the sessions, sir has sat and took over all the sessions, spoke about all the sessions, and that too, Kavita madam, she was also wonderful in your speech, madam. And whoever you have explained, whatever the program it has gone for the 4 days, it really made me happy. So you have given a definition for happiness. My inner heart is fully happy. At this age, how Arora and business world head, Dr. Anurag Batra, how they are respecting their mother. So it's a lesson to all of us, the participants. So whatever be our status, whatever be our position, as a family, as a human being, we have to respect our family members and the society and everything. And really, it's a wonderful opportunity, sir. God has given me this opportunity, anyhow, to see all you good people talking about good things. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
One thing I would love to say, dear participants, at Amity, we have a very, very different culture that we always start our day with Havan. Every day you will find that at Amity prime spots, we have our prayers, and everybody, even the student, faculty members, and all the stalwarts, they can come and they can do ahuti in the Havan. And that what is the culture. When the fragrance and aroma of the positivity spreads in the campus. And the second thing is our behavioral science, our value-based system. The sanskar. Our founder, sir, believes on the concept that sanskar and the culture is something which should be magnetic and it must be spread. So, that's why we strongly say once Amitian is always an Amitian. Now you are also a part of this great university. So we believe that the concepts of togetherness are the most powerful tool. And at this time, the synergy that is coming through digital world, the webinars and everything, we are at one click. We can connect to anybody anywhere. So that's why I always say that Corona has brought more closeness and more boundaries getting closer. As it is said, that music, wind, air, fire, and creatures, they are not bound and restricted to one particular place. पानी, वाणी, हवा और सुंदरता किसी एक की जागीर नहीं. I think the happiness is something which is a power of everybody. So now over to you, Nakvi, sir.
Sir, kindly unmute yourself.
Yeah, sure. Good afternoon, everyone. I, Nafis Hadan Nakvi. I'm Director for School of Hospitality at Jagran Lake City University, Bhopal. And I completely agree with Professor Kavita Tapyal, ma'am, because I worked with MIT for 4 years, 4.5 years at AUR as a Deputy Director. And about this session, I really felt very lucky to attend that, Usually because of my administrative jobs and other busyness, I sometimes miss such type of things. But I think these are the most learning 5 days in this lockdown period and all that COVID period. So thank you, Mr. Arora, Professor Gurvinder, and the MIT University as a whole, as a family. And certain things I just want to mention, the energy system which was explained by Louis was great. And as a director, I am responsible to implement certain learnings from this conference, this webinar, to my organizational life, to make my peers, my subordinates, my other lab people more comfortable in the organization, and especially in the School of Hospitality and Tourism. So once again, thank you, all of you, from the bottom of my heart. I'm really obliged. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Naqvi. Thank you so much. Dr. Sulekha, Ms. Sulekha.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nathan. Really an accelerating experience of all these 5 days. I would like to say this, that it was a multidisciplinary approach, and having people from different disciplines talk about happiness. For example, happiness diplomacy. Honestly, it was a new word for me. Happiness diplomacy, the way a country can project its soft power, was completely a new concept. And when we had Dr. Pankaj, she talked about self-awareness to just awareness. You know, these 7 layers of awareness. The examples that she gave were completely making sense. We were able to, be in that situation, recall those moments when we have been at the railway station, when we have been at an airport and waiting for an announcement which is particular to us. I think all these things made a lot of difference. Today, when you gave a story about John F. Kennedy, how he felt proud to be a part of the team which was there to welcome the president, I think these are the things which give us a sense of belongingness to a larger picture. Today, when we are with the Amity Center of Happiness, this is where I feel that I am that John F. Kennedy, that student in that particular team welcoming that president. And that president is happiness for this whole world. So I hope this makes sense. And I would like to repeat a few things that I have noted from these experiences, these sessions. Don't push away something just because it's not perfect. Dr. Batra said this. I really loved this line. Don't push away something just because it's not perfect. If it comes to your way, please try to make it perfect. Be authentic, like and love yourself. Even from my own experience, I can tell you that just by choosing to live and just by choosing to wait for another day has a new Pandora box for us, a new box of happiness. We don't know what's going to come, but the challenge keeps us going. The challenge can be cognitive, it can be emotionally engaging, it can be socially satisfying. And that is what we have to look for. And that's what makes us happy all the time. Thank you so much, Dr. Nitin. You have been quite instrumental. I watched this journey right from the scratch. Thank you so much for involving me in this project. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, all the speakers, all the participants. Deep gratitude.
Thank you, Sulekha ma'am. And I remember the journey from where we had started interacting. There was nothing, right? You observed that. There was nothing at that point. It was just the idea, and then the people who were surrounding us, you were one of them. Dr. Alok sir was there, and everybody who is around. Now they are like a family now. Like whatever event happens, we just think, if you remember, there was one call that we interacted with, and I just said, okay, you are just coming there. Means we have even forgotten the protocols, okay, to request you, okay, ma'am, can you please come? You have time. And the way I said, this is the event, you are just coming there. So
I really love that.
and you remember that this is how the happiness is crossing the boundaries. the next door opens of happiness, because once the happiness doors open, the protocols goes and the order comes. Means something like just a belongingness
It
comes.
dissolves
That
the boundary.
it's
It
dissolve
dissolves
the
the boundary.
boundary. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Sir, very good morning, and my congratulations to all the MET team for conducting such a nice FDP, and this was so impressive. We used to have a lot of sessions in our training programs also at NTPC, but this was so engrossing that I have to reschedule some of the ministerial meeting due to this FDP. So this was very, very, very fantastic. And some of the points I have also noted, starting from the Dr. Kavita. I was so impressed. She was talking about the balancing happiness index, competency, happiness formula, and brain mapping. She has also conducted some brain mapping exercises. So it was very, very marvelous. And from Dr. Mantha has also elaborated about the employee engagement. I am also working on, working on employee engagement and organizational happiness. So he has also given certain rules and certain scales and certain joining links between the engagement and the organizational happiness, how it works. And of course, Dr. Swarup was too good in elaborating the life skills. So it is all related in increasing the day by day. Our happiness level was increasing. That I can say profoundly. And Dr. Rima, when she was talking in the secrets of managing employees, and of course the yesterday's session by Mr. Lewis from USA was, and I have searched his website, then World Happiness Foundation and other things. So I got a lot of things, and we were also thinking to connect with him personally also on this, how we can increase the organizational happiness as well, as because he has given the certain skills. And yesterday it was I was so engrossed that I have make a happy meters based on your task given. So something I have taken from your cues, and then I have created a happy meter. I've sent it to you also, so we can I have taken a subjective well-being scale from the diner, and this happiness skill from Mr. Lewis. So this could be a tool for the organization. And finally, Nitin sir, your morning session was so going inside me. It is the 7 level of happiness that you described, and on the final level, then more than the 7th, you have one level which is maybe very spiritually and very internally connected. So it was very impressive, and the 5 days I was lost actually. So it is very deep connecting sessions. So all my regards. I am grateful that I could be a part of this FDP. I'm grateful to you, Nitin sir, and all the MET teams, and all my colleagues and all my participants who are here witnessing this FDP, and will be much useful if we could implement at least 3-4 sessions in our life. It will be more fruitful. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Anup. Dear participants, those who are not aware, Anup is in NTPC. He's a training manager, and wanted to say, Anup, thank you for your kind words, for all the session speaker that you have given. And that is the all intentions. Those of you who are like, this is not the last of everything. So we would like to get connected with every participant after the session is over, so that we can go one by one with everybody also. So wherever you are, whatever organization you belong to, we don't want to end our relationship here. 5 days is just a soup. The platter is full. The 7 layer of what we say, I will not say 7 layer, I will say 7 course meal, not even 70 course meals are ready, right? It is just that we have to fine tune many things, and we have to work together. That is why the word is happify. Happiness infrastructure for yourself. Nobody is going to do it for you, right? We have to build it on our own, and that is just one platform that we have created, that all the people who are happy souls, I'm not saying nobody's unhappy soul, everybody is happy. It is just like that, okay, we all should be together, because this is one way we got at least know to each other for at least 5 days. We have seen each other for 5 days, and what is the idea behind what is going on. So many things can move forward. Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Other participant, please. Pankaj, Mr. Pankaj.
Hello, Dr. Nitin Arora. Hello, Kavita ma'am. Thank you so much. Just to let you all know that I'm not from the education background, but I'm actually, my name is Pankaj Bhadage. I'm director and lead coach for Empower Mindset Transformation Academy. So I'm a mindset transformation coach, and I have a practice of giving FDP from the mindset perspective to different colleges. So one of the college from Loni, Maharashtra. I have a good connection with their principal, and she is also participant here. And she, uh, asked me to about this session, and I just joined this session. Wonderful session. I was listening to the session. I was getting many points, and I was preparing many points simultaneously. First of all, Kavita ma'am, you gave wonderful session. I really loved it. I got many points. Uh, as a business owner or entrepreneur, I always look forward for giving three commercial session and at least two social session. And I'm sure I got so many points from your session that I can give it to, central jails or remand homes or, uh, the elder people. That was really wonderful from Asif, from Kavita ma'am. I liked your concept, inhaling happiness and exhaling. And
And
the most beautiful thing you said was, you cannot just inhale or you cannot just exhale. You have to do it simultaneously. You need to find the balance. And from this session, I in my session I always say that what are the three basic necessities of a human being. People usually give answer that, uh, roti kapda or makan. But then I ask, I'll give you everything in abundance. But what if I take out your body? Would that work? No. Okay, I give you good body health. I give you roti, kapda, makan. What if I take out your mind? So that's how I come to the conclusion that yes, mind is again important, like other basic necessities of us. And from the yoga session, I got one more point, that there are three basic necessities: healthy body, healthy mind, and healthy soul. So that was my takeaway from Dr. Asif's session. I would like the idea of our bank. That was wonderful, and I'm already preparing a program for my participants. So they come together, they participate in my social work, and they contribute their hours here, because needy people, they don't need your money, they don't need food, they need our time. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm planning for a retrospective tours to such areas like jail. Chalo jail chalte hain. When people go there, they look at how the inmates and even the officers are staying. Then they understand, I am living a king size life. Till that time they have many complaints, mera bed acha nahi hai, mera ghar acha nahi hai, mere car parking nahi hai. They have many complaints. And the most important session was on the failures. I took the screenshot of that slide where he mentioned how many projects of his failed. I think Miss Dr. Basin gave the session on failure. That that's a breakthrough session, and the most important idea was certificate of failure. And I'm going to implement that. I'm going to prepare one beautiful certificate of failure for myself first, and I'm going to give this to all my participants, that it is okay to fail. And yes, that's really great idea. Thank you so much for having me here. Wonderfully managed, wonderfully executed session. And it's my pleasure. I'm in deep gratitude to you all, to Amity University and AICTE for having me here. Thank you so much for giving me opportunity to speak a lot. I'm a speaker, so I usually forget the time, how much time I have spent speaking. But thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Nitin. Kavita ma'am, once again.
I
thank
would like to say something
yeah, please go ahead.
with your permission. His words just reminded me. And with the permission of my husband, I'm sharing this. My husband, he failed 3 times in his B because just one paper was not getting cleared. And it took him 7 years to complete his B, complete 7 years. And just recently, he was awarded as top 100 next chief information officers of India. So this is just because I want to share with the students, life does not end with, just because one paper or one year has gone, in waste. Nothing goes waste. You have been working. And when we choose to come this long, that's when we can understand life better and analyze and validate our failures or successes better. Thank you so much.
With your permission, Nitinji, may I?
Cheetah ma'am, please. Dr. Cheetah, please.
Nitinji, today, right from the day the program started, we were all raptured. And to add to the story you said today, which you shared with us about Nal, Neel and Ram, it was like, when they go to Hanuman and, Hanuman explains that, aap Ram ho, आप पत्थर डालोगे तो दुनिया की कोई भी, दुनिया नहीं, पूरे ब्रह्मांड में उसका कोई तोड़ नहीं है, nothing can stop it, but it is my bhakti, with my bhakti I can make the stone float. So point to be noted here is, यहाँ पर कौन ज़्यादा great है, भगवान या भक्त? So there is a equilibrium, there is a state of equilibrium and oneness where the God becomes equal to the devotee. This is one point. Actually, this is what I wrote in I'm writing in the article which I intend to send to you. कि ये जैसे हमने साइंस में पढ़ा था, like begets like, happiness begets happiness, and it's a circle. It's not like it's one way. आपका जो सांप है,
virtuous circle.
It has to be like a benzene structure. It has to come back. Okay, maybe आपके स्टडी के बारे में मैं जानती नहीं हूँ, शायद मुझे राइट नहीं है बात करने का, लेकिन मैं ये एक बात बताना चाह रही थी कि there will be a it is a circle, it has to come back, so happiness comes back, and it just goes on, and you keep on enjoying the returns, happiness keeps on returning, and that's what, they once say we had a great time in the FDP, and there is a course titled Indian Ethos and Management Ethics, which we have started in MBA. I deal with that particular course, and there, when I experimented with my course, I understood that ye jo values hain, I think they need to be revived. Student needs to get time to get back, and somebody has to remind them of the potential of their cultural background. That kind of happiness, when you get to know who you are, I think that will give you a lot of inner strength, which will finally lead to a lot of happiness. I think आप कुछ भी करो, किसी भी profession में हो, at the end of the day, we are all striving for this internal as well as external happiness. Internal happiness आएगा है, तो हम लोग definitely we can spread that happiness, in and around us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Sita. This is the intention of ours, that we should continue to be together, and happiness will keep on rolling like a snowball effect. Now we have whatever participants who have joined this session, this 5-day session. I wish this snowball should grow bigger, and we should stay connected, stay crystallized like a crystal. The only difference between porous and crystallized is the bonding between the crystals is very strong. Porous or the gas, they don't have bondings, they are loose particles. Crystals are together, they are tightly bond. Carbon dono mein same hai, lead mein, lead mein, and the diamond mein. But in the diamond, the same particle is tightly bonded. So this is the intention of Happify. Like, if we can all stay together for long, everybody will be increasing their level of happiness at whatever level they are working, and whatever zone they are expanding on. happiness should flow like this way only, what we think of at Amity. Thank you so much. Next participant, please. Mr. Vinay Rana, Dr. Vinay Rana, please.
Dr. Nitin, if you may permit, may I
Yes,
place
we can. Yes,
back?
please.
First thing first, let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Vinay Rana. I'm the professor and dean with the School of Hospitality Management at IMS Unison University, Dehradun. First thing is, when I had registered for the workshop, I did not have any inkling about the term happiness. I think I just had the dictionary meaning about the happiness, the state of being happy. You see, since we are into the education and we are always the learner for life, I think sitting through the session, I think the whole perspective have radically changed. The kind of knowledge I had prior to the session and now on the concluding day of the session, it is completely changed. Now, I should congratulate the hand-picked resource person. It was a beautiful assembly of resource person. I think resource person, they have done a 360-degree of analogy or dissection of the understanding of happiness, which was the beauty of this session. I could have the viewpoint from the point of psychology, from the point of view of science, and I think the wonderful speakers, I think they put their own viewpoint very beautifully across. And one thing beautiful I found about this session was it was a good blend of the subjective sessions and the practical session. I think end of the day, we were looking forward to the yoga session and the Zumba classes. I think that was something very beautiful that you had blended in this workshop. And of course, I think there will be certain takeaways from this session, and there are some that definitely I'm going to apply. Few things have triggered my mind and I would like to implement in my own organization. As you had rightly said, Dr. Nitin has rightly said, happiness is a paradox. So I think we have just touched upon the tip of the iceberg and we need to delve further. So your session has triggered a thought process in me, which will now help me in embarking upon getting in deeper of the understanding of this term called happiness. And I would like to even start a few sessions for my students and the faculties. Because then if you're talking about happiness of a self, we should be also considering the happiness of the others and the organization. So in a holistic sense, I believe there will be some output coming out of this workshop. And of course, I would like to thank you and your wonderful team. I think it's all a teamwork that I could see through. I think the beautiful kind of coordination you were having with your colleagues. And of course, your very, very persuasive charm. I think that has added a gem to this workshop. Thank you, Dr. Nitin. And I think I'll be very keen to join any of the workshop, especially related to the happiness. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Vinay, for your kind words. So the ball is rolling now. The snowball effect is, we are very happy. This is what you say and we are happy and we say you are happy. This is the virtuous cycle. We don't want to enter into any vicious cycle, but we want to start a virtuous cycle that your happiness is my happiness is your happiness. Dear participant, you should all know at Amity, we use the word happiness as HAPPYNESS. So we don't use the word, though technically we have to use at AICTE HAPPINESS, but at Center of Happiness, Amity, we write Amity Center of HAPPYNESS. The reason of using Y and not I is because we think happiness is social. It should start at others' point of view. Y is for you, I is for me. If we all stay connected with our own I happiness, it will not go long. If it goes at the Y level, means you level, if I integrate or include your happiness into my happiness will grow and your happiness will also grow. And this is snowball effect. So this is what I believe into, and this is what we put into this. I had a kind of a argument even with few people, okay, why this happiness, why word? There is one company whose logo is I. When we want to invite him, he said, something missing in your spelling. You should write HAPPI. I said, I don't like the word I. So I want to put the Y. He said, well, no, this is my brand name. This is my I logo. He said, why don't you like I? Then I explained this philosophy, this understanding that happiness has to be social. Bliss is individual, but happiness is social. The bliss of, you can say, Gautam Buddha or Lord Krishna and Rama, even at their time, they could not convince the whole world. They had to do a war, right? They cannot convince the whole world. The bliss was there with them, but the happiness around them is debatable. But if we can include the other one into ourselves, that level of happiness, at least we can generate. That's all. This is what the motto, what we can do at this normal level. Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. Next participant, kindly. Anybody, next participant?
Dr. Nitin, I just remember here to share one of the experience of my grandmother, who she guided all of us. Whenever in summers, we used to go to our grandmother's house. She made a promise that she used to sit with all the young children's during the summertime. And one day I remember what great story she narrated of 3 words, right? And she gave 3 words to us that give me a deep meaning of S-I-N, sin, S-O-N, sun, and S-U-N, sun. And it was so beautiful that I can never forget this great message from my grandmother, which came in my life with such a deep meaning. And what she said, that S-I-N has an I factor, which you said I. Sin is that when you start only thinking for yourself, then this I factor is so strong in the word of communication that you always think about yourself. Then it is ours. When you say S-O-N, sun, sun is that, star of a family which talks about ours. It's ours, right? And when you start spreading it to the S-U-N, yours, you shine like a sun, right? And the second lesson which my mom gave me, it is take, which many of us were saying, that inhale and exhale. My mom told me that sun is something which is in every other planet or object is taking light from sun. But do you see that moon also takes light from sun, but both are being prayed and respected? Because when sun sets on, goes to the other side of the story to shine other life, it is moon that reflects the shine on the earth. So both are important. So even I find that those who grasp knowledge, if they keep on passing that knowledge to the third party or the fourth party, the knowledge and happiness will bring bliss. And that's how it is contagious, and it carries a great message of life. So, thank you all the participants. I could see many participants who are not in the camera. They have also written great comments. So thank you everybody that you have, given such a great insight and been a part of this great journey. It is really commendable. Without your support and without your interaction, because in the virtual platform where physical connect is missing, the words and the non-verbal communication is magical. So when we were giving you certain exercises and you were commenting one after another, that was the power that was bringing people together, and more happiness was coming, because as a listener and then as a giver, receptor and receiver and the acceptor, both parts are important in communication. So when decoding and encoding amalgamates together, that brings the right happiness. So over to you, Dr. Nitin.
Thank you, Professor Kavita. Just wanted to request next session that we are going to have, it would be a valedictory session. Please note, as per the mandate of AICTE, we have to have an evaluation even for this session, though we should not judge anybody's happiness in a very different manner. But since this is an academic note, we have to submit the grades also of everybody. So a link will be generated shortly, not now, means once the session is over, the next session is over, a link will be generated and sent to you all. Is there anybody here who is a part of AICTE and still not in the WhatsApp group? Can you please raise hand? Who is still not in the WhatsApp group and they are not submitting any feedback form still? Is there anybody here who want to raise hand and they say we have not filled up still any feedback form, because today is the last day to fill all the feedback forms? Is there any participant who has not filled any? Mr. Bharat, there are many feedback links forms in the WhatsApp group. Please double check all the links. Okay, please. There are many links for each session. which I keep on sending. With your feedback, I keep on improving myself. You must have observed that. When the first day was there, my sending the feedback link only at the end of the day.
Divya is, she's just writing that her feedback is pending, which she will be.
Okay, so if you are in the WhatsApp group, you will see all the WhatsApp, all the links for the feedback links are there in the WhatsApp group. I hope you are in the WhatsApp group, right? Okay, so feedback is important, and exam would be generated, paper would be generated. It would be online session, MCQ. Online means MCQ. You have till tonight, 12 o'clock, after session is over, to submit that evaluation questions. So it is a take-home exam. At MET also, we are doing take-home exams. Though it is pandemic time, that is why we are doing all take-home exams. So this would be also a take-home exam. And we always say, I want to share you one incidence of my happiness during exam time, right? So sometimes I remember one student, maybe around Bharat Kungar, you might be remembering maybe at your time, he was one of my alumni. So in one of the batch in 2007 or 2008, I was taking an exam, and I left the exam because everybody loved me in the class. I left the exam room, and I like a sneaky peep from the door. Okay, is there anybody who is cheating? So one boy whom I loved so very much, right, who was very kind, very humble all the time, and he was cheating. So after 5 minutes, I came and I just said, "Beta, give me your paper." He said, "What happened, sir?" I said, "You were cheating." So he said, and you will not believe, he was crying. Now he's a big businessman. He was crying, and then he said, "Sir, so sorry to offend your trust. So sorry. My happiness has gone low. If you, in your eyes, my value goes down." So it is, happiness is always in your eyes. The same eye with which you see anybody, somebody's happiness moves up, somebody's happiness moves down. Some people don't want to see eye to eye also, because they know the person will not be happy. So this is the intention. Exams are all take home, be happy, do whatever. Like Salman Khan says, do whatever you do. So something like that. But let happiness only increase. Okay, we are not here for grades and all that. The main objective is getting fulfilled, seeing all the feedbacks, seeing all the comments that we are getting. I hope things are getting better, and we should stay connected, please. That is my only humble request, that we should stay connected. No matter FDP is over and you are from whichever part of the state of India, whenever we have event, we invite you on a very impersonal level, means non-personal, in just a friendly manner. And if you have event at your level, at your place, you invite us and we come to your place. As simple as that. This is a kind of a family building. के रिश्ते बनाने हैं हमने, तो वो ऐड आता है ना, something like that. Mr. Bharat, you want to say something? I think you are on panel now.
So thank you for the opportunity. Really enjoyed this journey with you, and almost a decade. I was in your classes earlier, so it's reliving those moments, and I still feel that excitement, that bubbliness, or that kind of enthusiasm in you. So you have not grown old at all. So you're still young. In fact, getting younger day by day.
But now I have the beard.
Were inspiring, sir.
And Batra sir was saying,
what you've done in the background to arrange so many eminent speakers, engaging everybody in the group, around 200 people, all the faculty members, developing this FDP concept, taking all the approvals. It takes a hell lot of work. So we just see the tip of the iceberg on the screen, but the kind of work which has gone below that, it deserves an applaud from all of us for you, sir. Great, sir. And what I would like to say, sir, what I have seen in my short stint, if we have a very high expectation from people, we have lesser happiness. This is my view. If we have lesser expectation, we are more happier. If we stay in contribution without expecting much, that मेरे को ये करके क्या मिलेगा, हम ज्यादा खुश हैं. और अगर हम एक्सपेक्ट करते कि मैंने इसके लिए ये करा, इसने लेकिन नहीं किया मेरे लिए, it hurts. So it's better to do whatever you can do instead of expecting others to do something for you. So that is completely, there is a formula which you can say that it's inversely proportional. Expectation is inversely proportional to happiness.
Right. I still believe we cannot do 100% of what is task given to us. Means we cannot do 100 things, but
Yeah.
whatever one thing is given to us, we can give 100% to that. As simple as that. We cannot do
Absolutely.
100 things, whatever people expect, but whatever we can do, we should do 100% at all. I will request all the participants. Thank you, Bharat. I think we are. I still have good memories with you, and you were the leader at that time at MIT. I still recall the football game and every event that you used to manage. Kavita ma'am, as you are aware, he's our alumni, and he 2007 batch, almost 13 years. So now
Yes, sir.
2020. So he has grown in stature and everything, and again getting more prizes from national awards, international awards. He's getting. So it's lovely to see you back, Bharat, and your name resounds like Indian, like India's in your name now.
So my name is Bharat.
Bharat, yes, and things are going, yes. Wanted to request also participants at the end of the session or before, start thinking your happiness formula, right? Start thinking your happiness formula and please share with us on email, okay? Or WhatsApp, you can share, but please send me your happiness formula by email, what you think is the happiness formula. We are going to join all the happiness formula into a book format and will be soon released, will be soon informed to you also. Okay. So, and if you can build up a write-up on that, a one-page write-up on your happiness formula, two-page write-up on why you think this is your formula, it would be fantastic addition. So formula and a one-page write-up, at least if you can write why you think this is your formula, to defend your formula, like build your happiness dashboard, build that formula will be your dashboard, right? So we will think what we can do, because we have to build Happify, we have to build infrastructures. So I'm sure everybody will contribute एक stone to mill that palace of happiness. So you put your stone, I put my stone, everybody puts their stone, so that we build a palace out of that. Thank you so much.
Sir, may I share one or two more things?
Please, Bharat, please.
So I, sir, got another education in 2016. I went to Landmark Forum. It's a life transforming course. My brother recommended me. That was only 3.5 day course. But one thing I beautifully learned there is, if we, have integrity and enthusiasm in our speech, our words, if we are authentic to people, it really, reflects to them. They get enrolled. So we have to be just authentic when we are speaking. We should not, hide or manipulate things, whatever it is. And whatever we are doing makes an impact in people's life. So we should, whenever we're communicating to people, we should see that as a great opportunity for us, that this moment will not come back. So rather, just going and meeting somebody and seeing, एक बहुत अच्छा example मेरी coach ने मेरे को share करा था. Usually हमारी life में क्या होता है कि हम किसी से मिले और उसने हमें ठीक से treat नहीं किया, हमने उसको अपना 100% दिया और हम उसको काफी टाइम बाद मिले, कहीं शादी में मिले, कहीं पे भी मिले, उसने हमारे को ठीक से सुना नहीं, कहीं और निकल गया, कॉल आ गया, जो भी हुआ. So we felt offended. नहीं यार, हमने expect करा, उसको देना चाहिए था. So next time हम उससे दोबारा मिले, हमने उसको 80% दिया कि नहीं यार, इसने मेरे को पिछली बार ठीक से ट्रीट नहीं किया था. That person actually sees that value. यार, इसने मुझे ठीक से ट्रीट नहीं किया. So that person starts giving you 60% value. And this goes into a negative spiral. And eventually what happens, usually, if we see our, kind of life chart, how many of our old connects are still that alive, which were there earlier? जैसा आपका मेरा कनेक्ट इतने साल बाद भी आज एक वही कनेक्ट है जो हम आज लिव कर रहे हैं, ऐसे कितने मेरे दोस्त होंगे या फिर मेरे अपने कम्युनिटी चार्ट में लोग होंगे जिनसे कनेक्टेड हूं मैं पूरी तरह. वो नेगेटिव स्पाइरल में जाते जाते वो अपने काम में बिजी, वो अपनी लाइफ में बिजी, कहीं बाहर मिले तो स्माइल कर दिया, हाँ हाँ बड़े अच्छे हैं, सब ठीक है, उसके बाद अरे यार कहाँ से मिल गया ये, पीछे से आता है, इसने मेरे साथ ऐसा किया था, वैसा किया था. We keep on holding things. We live in past. So if we leave that and we meet them with nothingness, past को बीच में ना लाके उसको हम एक नई start से मिलेंगे and give our 100% every time, the transformation will happen in our life.
Kavita ma'am, thank you, Peter. Thank you so much, Bharat.
Thank you, sir.
I wish all the best to you.
Thank you, everybody, for such a valuable inputs. And really, in this journey, your learnings are also being the biggest happiness to us, because learning is sharing and caring. And together, we all are learning in this great journey of life. And if such happy souls are connected together, learning becomes multifold. So, ladies and gentlemen, now we will take a break. It's a lunch break now. And sharp at 2:30, we will